Hey everyone, and welcome to our explainer video for a classroom activity called Back and Forth. But before we get started, here's a little joke for you. Why didn't the nose want to go back to school? Because it was tired of getting picked on. Back and Forth is a picture description communication challenge. With a partner, students describe a picture in as much detail and with whatever language they have available to them for their partner to identify and label. The beauty of this activity is that a picture is worth 1,000 words, so students can feel comfortable participating where they are at. They use the language that they know, not the language that we wish they would know. This is an activity that gets students feeling comfortable and confident using the language that they have previously learned. In addition, this is a pair activity that works just as well with like ability students as it does with mixed level students. If you pair students together and one is a higher ability, the other is a lower ability, the higher ability student will be able to focus on fluency and speed and identification, description, whereas the lower ability student will be able to focus on accuracy and good pronunciation. As you can see here, I use pictures from my Brain Pop ELL curriculum, but you could use pictures from anywhere. You could even draw the pictures yourself. The idea is that you want the pictures to be similar, but not so similar that it makes differentiation difficult or almost impossible. You want students to be able to highlight things pretty easily. After all, this is a communication challenge, not a mission impossible. As with most of my classroom activities, I like to use a think, play, create format for my lesson planning. This makes sure that students activate their knowledge, that students exercise their knowledge, and that students generate new knowledge. In the Think section, you want to prepare students by brainstorming some of the vocabularies they might need to describe the pictures to their partners. Things that are the same and things that are different. Things that would make it easy to identify each picture. In addition, you might want to post that vocabulary somewhere in the classroom, like on the TV or on your blackboard. A quick teacher tip. The objective of this activity is spontaneous and varied language usage. So while you do want to provide some examples and some vocabulary, you don't want to provide an overabundance because it can become overwhelming or just a crutch for students so that they don't produce the language on their own. Next is the play section. This is where the learning happens. Each student receives an exercise worksheet labeled A or B. One student begins by describing the set of pictures to their partner, who in turn listen, match, and label the pictures from 1 to 4. After player A is finished describing the pictures, the roles are reversed, and player B describes the next set of 4 pictures. This continues on for 3, 4, 5, and 6. Upon completion, students will get together and check their answers. The final stage in the process is for students to create their own back and forth worksheets. I'll give each pair a blank worksheet, and students will work together, drawing pictures in each box. Then, I'll take the student work to the photocopier and make a copy. Then sometime during the next class or the next lesson, I'll recycle that student-created content and use it again, either with the same partners, a new class, or a whole new grade. The beauty of student-created content is that new friends love to find out who the illustrators of the pictures were. So now that you've got a basic idea of how the activity works, let me give you some teacher talk, some simple instructions that you can use in your classroom to tell your students how to do it. Step 1, look at the pictures. Be sure to make your students sit back to back. Not only does this eliminate the possibility that they'll just show each other the answers, it adds excitement to the activity and a certain level of novelty that changes up your regular routine. Make sure to remind your students, no peeking. Step 2, Player A speaks. Player A describes the picture. Picture number 1, picture number 2, picture number 3, and picture number 4. And their partner, Player B, listens to the number, listens to the description, finds a matching picture, and marks the paper with the correct number. Step 4, students A and B switch and repeat. When students are all finished, they check their answers. Once students are finished checking their answers, you might want to take a minute or two and conference up with them so that you can discuss any mistakes that they made and figure out what went wrong. This is a really great opportunity for you to provide individualized feedback and personal coaching for each student. It might only be a minute or two, but it's really helpful. If anything in this explainer video was unclear or you're not sure what type of teacher talk you might use to introduce the activity, be sure to check out my in-class demonstration. I'll leave a link in the comment section below.
How many boxes? Four boxes. Number 1 says speak. Number 2 says listen. Speak and listen. Listen and speak. Okay.
This activity was an instant classic. All my students participated fully, did their best, and worked with any partner that they were assigned without complaint. How much more can you ask for in a classroom activity? So, give it a try and let me know how it goes. As always, thanks for watching and see you again next time.